Very important to understand that Bollywood constantly monitors every move made by actors in the industry. Every decision made by them is a strategic PR move or taking into consideration their long-term goals. Some of these decisions or associations either skyrocket their careers or completely turn out to become train wrecks, upon which they completely lose momentum and audiences lose interest. Discussing these turning points or points at which celebrities slowly faded away is Tried&Refused Productions, with Bollywood actors who completely ruined their careers. ARMAN KOHLI. Deewana was the second highest grossing Indian film of 1992 after Beta, and also marked the debut of a present Bollywood legend, Shah Rukh Khan, who appears in the second half of the film as Raja who loves Kajal, played by Divya Bharti. ARMAN KOHLI comes in the entire picture as Shah Rukh Khan's first movie was actually first offered to ARMAN KOHLI.
I mean, if I lost a Deewana, Mr. Shah Rukh Khan got Deewana, who's a superstar of the country, so I'm pretty okay with that.
The son of film director Rajkumar Kohli and actress Nishi made his debut in 1992 with the film Virodhi. Apparently, due to creative differences and shooting the first shooting schedule of Deewana, ARMAN KOHLI walked out of the film that became the sensation that it was. Always infamous of being tough to work with, ARMAN KOHLI supposedly turned down many movie offers over creative differences.
Every film that I've left, 80% of them were super hits. Big superstars have come into our industry because of that, so no regrets.
He over the years came in lesser known films like Aulad Ke Dushman, Kahar, and after a 5-year hiatus, the notorious Jani Dushman. Only he and all of us can wonder what the trajectory of his career would have been if he starred in the 1992 blockbuster, as we later only saw him in movies like LOC Kargil, Prem Ratan Dhan Bhayo, and the reality TV show Big Boss. MEENA Kumari. MEENA Kumari is also known as the tragedy queen of Indian cinema. Kumari is regarded as one of the greatest actresses to have appeared on the screens of Hindi cinema. MEENA Kumari won 4 Filmfare Awards in the Best Actress category and was the first recipient of the inaugural first Filmfare 1954 Best Actress Award for Baju Bawra, with a consecutive win in second Filmfare 1955 for Parinita. She had an extremely successful career over the span of 1946 to 1962, even carrying on with impressive performances like Dil Ek Mandir, Aarti, and Sahib Biwi Aur Gulam. Her personal life was quite tumultuous. Vinod Mehta's book MEENA Kumari, the classic biography, uncovers various such lesser known facets of her life, including her fairy tale courtship with filmmaker Kamal Amrohi, her slew of failed relationships, and her descent into alcoholism. From one of the excerpts in the book, it's written, if she took to drinking initially, it was because she was exhausted. Dr. Sahid Tiurza, her physician, prescribed a peg of brandy as a sleeping pill. Mr. Amrohi later discovered that the bottles of Dettol in the Amrohi bathroom did not contain antiseptic, but brandy. Through the excerpts, it was clear that Amrohi's treatment of his wife was extremely feudal and oppressive, which led her to depression and her deteriorating health. She died of liver cirrhosis after 3 weeks of her last release, Pakiza. What could have been successive years of blockbusters, MEENA Kumari was marred by failed relationships and alcohol abuse. One can only wonder what could have been. SHINEY AHUJA. SHINEY AHUJA, who modelled and starred in multiple ads, made his debut in 2003 with the movie Hazaron Khwaishein Aisi, where he left a lasting impression with his acting prowess. He received the Filmfare Award for Best Male Debut and carried on to prove his acting talent with impressive performances in movies like Gangster, Wo Lamhe, and Life in a Metro. The impressive span of movies led everyone to only believe that SHINEY has a lot of impressive projects and performances left to cement his career in the industry. But in June of 2009, SHINEY AHUJA's domestic help accused him of rape. As the case went to court, the domestic help retracted the charges by saying the sex was consensual, which was refused by the trial judge, and SHINEY was convicted under circumstantial evidence. He was sentenced to 7 years in prison in 2011. After multiple appeals to court in which Ahuja stated that he was wrongfully convicted and that the police did not take evidence into consideration which would support his claim, the case is still pending, whereas the domestic help has been prosecuted for perjury. to bounce back from such a setback is close to impossible. Because of this, his movie opposite Preeti Zinta called Har Pal was also held back. The only appearance in movies post the case has been his cameo appearance in Welcome Back. Rajesh Khanna. Considered to be the first superstar or the original superstar of Indian cinema, Rajesh Khanna is most popular for giving 15 consecutive solo hits between 1969 and 1971. He made his debut with Aakhri Khat. He was the highest paid actor between 1970 to 1987, and Amitabh Bachchan also joined the party in 1980. An extremely talented actor who used to captivate the audiences with his effortless performances, he actually got into the industry by winning the 1965 All India Talent Contest, organized by the United Producers and Filmfare. He was celebrated as the ultimate superstar, with fans lining the road, cheering him on, and even crazier writing letters with their blood to confess their love. Post 1976 and his transition from romantic and social movies to action-oriented multi-starrers caused a decline in his career. He later went on producing movies and also starring in them, but his star status was slowly fading away. He had a small stint in the political front as a Congress MP and came back into the movie post that stint. What really made things worse for him personally was his battle with alcohol abuse and his sour love life. He was first in a 7-year relationship with fashion designer and actress Anju Mahendru. Later, Khanna married the young Dimple Kapadia before her debut in BABI. They separated in 1984 but did not complete the divorce proceedings. He later had a long relationship with actress Tina Munim, with whom he starred in several movies. Dimple Kapadia recalls that due to the downfall of Rajesh Khanna's career, he became short-tempered, arrogant, and an alcoholic, due to which the separation happened. Such a superstar should be remembered for the gems he showcased on the big screen, but sadly post his death, the media was only showcasing his partner asking for compensation from the family. It's sad that we remember Rajesh Khanna for his downfall and not for the amazing work that he did at his prime. Vivek Oberoi. The talented actor made his debut in 2002 with the Ram Gopal Verma movie Company. Not only did he bag the Filmfare Award for Best Male Debut, but he was on to become an established star after an impressive start in the industry. He starred in gems over the years with movies such as Satya, Yuva, and Omkara, and in each movie leaving a lasting impression. A major blip that actually ruined future projects and support coming in from the industry is his love affair with Aishwarya Rai and the notorious press conference that he held. Both of them cozied up after filming Kyun Ho Gaya Na, and it turned out to be quite the career-changing ordeal. With rumors of threats and instigation, Vivek Oberoi thought it was necessary to hold a press conference and state Salman Khan's antics.
Salman Khan called me on my phone. शुरुआत में ही जब उन्होंने बात की तो मुझे लगा कि उन्होंने खूब शराब पी रखी थी, शराब के नशे में धुत थे। तूने अपने आप को समझ क्या रखा है? बड़ी बदतमीजी से सबसे पहले ये कहना चाहूँगा कि उनकी ज़बान जो है इतनी बदतमीज़ है, इतनी वाहियात है। उन्होंने ऐश्वर्या का नाम लिया, उन्होंने दिया मिर्जा का नाम लिया, रानी मुखर्जी का नाम लिया, और उन्होंने कहा कि मेरे इन सब के साथ फिजिकल रिलेशंस हैं।
What's a very important thing to understand is that Bollywood is an industry of extremely powerful men, and if you rub those individuals the wrong way, there are bound to be consequences. Vivek confesses in Farah Khan's talk show that things went from bad to worse post the incident, where he was told not to attend an award show and an award that was supposed to be given to him was given to someone else.
Immediately reaction
कुछ लोगों के फोन्स आ गए थे और कहने लगे थे डोंट वरी, तुमने बहुत सही किया है, बहुत सॉलिड किया है, वी आर विद यू वगैरह वगैरह, बट उसके बाद सब गायब हो गए। और फिर सडनली मेरे पीछे किसी का सपोर्ट नहीं था। जितने लोग मुझे कह रहे थे कि ये करना चाहिए इस तरह, वो भी अपने अब मेरे सबसे करीब लोग भी मुझसे दूर हो गए, थोड़े से हट गए कि भाई ये हमारी रिस्पांसिबिलिटी नहीं है।
Vivek Oberoi post this entire controversy has not really bounced back into his leading man status. He's left doing movies like Kismat Love Paisa Dilli, Zilla Ghaziabad, and the embarrassing role of Carl in Krish 3. Let's hope he bounces back with Bank Chor, a movie he is slated to do with YRF after 12 years. Parveen Babi. Parveen Babi was an Indian actress who is most remembered for her glamorous roles alongside top heroes of the 1970s and early 1980s in the blockbusters like Diwar, Namak Halal, and Amar Akbar Anthony. She was bold, charismatic, and a game changer in the portrayal of Hindi film heroines on screen. At the prime of her career, Parveen decided to leave everything in Bombay to travel and eventually settled for a period of 6 years in California to also get treatment for her mental illness. She returned to Mumbai in November 1989, where she was unrecognizable as her former self after having put on a considerable amount of weight. She was rumored to have been diagnosed with paranoid schizophrenia, a mental illness, although she regularly denied this, stating that her being labeled as such was a conspiracy by the film industry and the media to malign her image to make her appear as insane so that they can cover up their crimes. Parveen never married, but media tabloids speculated that she may have had relationships with men in the film industry, such as director Mahesh Bhatt, as well as actors Kabir Bedi and Danny Denzongpa. She was also rumored to have had an affair with her co-star of many films, Amitabh Bachchan, with whom she later developed irrational fears as she accused him of trying to kill her. Mahesh Bhatt recalls in an Outlook interview by saying this: "Most people do not realize that her breakdown had happened much before Earth was conceived. In fact, her first mental breakdown was also chronicled in Earth. I have never felt that I exploited the memory. As I have repeatedly said that take the opportunity to reiterate, I owe a lot to a wonderful woman. My relationship with her gave a kickstart to my professional film career. If I had not made Earth, you wouldn't be talking to me. She was a lovely woman, generous and unique." Parveen and I parted ways when she was diagnosed with schizophrenia. In fact, I had started a film with her, Ab Meri Bari, but after 11 reels I had to shelve the film because couldn't do it anymore. Once the heady days of wine and roses were over, the scene was scary. I was high on LSD and she went through a series of nervous breakdowns. I went through trauma and a hell of my own making for 2.5 years, and all this reflected in Earth. For me, she died twice. An actress who, due to her inner battles and tumultuous relationships, could not remain sane in this brutal and harsh world. And that was the list, guys. Write it down in the comments below if there were some actors that we missed out on. Don't forget to follow me on Instagram. The handle is right in front of you. Follow me on JammyPants4. Don't forget to hit the like button and subscribe to our channel for weekly content.